Hello and welcome to our first edition of Current Affairs Commentary by Dialogue China. I'm Chris Wong. Today, we will bring you a recent analysis by Wang Dan, founder and director of Dialogue China, exploring an fascinating topic of how authoritarian regimes collapse. Despite prevailing pessimism about China's future, Wang Dan brings attention to a consistent historical trend. Powerful authoritarian regimes have eventually collapsed. Observers, perhaps overlooking this crucial historical insight, seem to disregard the inherent vulnerabilities within the Chinese system. In his exploration, Wang has brought attention to a compelling account from Peter Hessler's book, Country Driving: A Journey Through China from Farm to Factory. Hessler's first-hand experiences traversing the country in early 2000 shed light on startling realities at the grassroots level in China. This narrative, along with the author's additional works, Oracle Bone and River Town, collectively forms a trilogy that stands as one of the most insightful observations of China by foreign authors in recent years. One vivid detail from the book illustrates a symbolic scenario. Hessler, driving his car on the highway, was stopped by several Chinese police officers. One police officer exclaimed, "You must be a spy." Others joined in laughter. Spy. Driving around, speaking Chinese. He must be a spy. Later the police officers handed back the Hessler's driver's license and let him go, all while laughing. Hessler asked with hesitation, "Can I leave?" "Of course." They laughed even louder, "Spy, spy." According to Wang Dan, this absurd detail reflects a profound truth. Leaving aside the illogical logic instilled in the police, such as driving around and speaking Chinese means you're a spy, the key point is that even when accused of being a spy, Hessler was released without any further investigation. Such absurdity is where the essence of the collapse lies. Wang's first key insight is that the governing logic of authoritarian regimes is so absurd that even the enforcers treat it as a joke. In contemporary China, the grandiose narratives of socialism, Communist parties serving the people, and common prosperity are ideals not even believed by CCP officials. History teaches us that any system, if its fundamental principles are no longer believed by its own advocates, finds it challenging to sustain itself. Secondly, Wang states that on the surface the Chinese Communist Party's stability maintenance system seems vast and tightly controlled. The CCP employed various measures such as routine police checks for driver's license, checks for ID, and mandatory registration of kitchen knife purchase during sensitive periods. Theoretically, a regime with such strict control measures should resist collapse. However, historical authoritarian regimes have collapsed due to a simple reason. No matter how stringent a system is, its execution depends on every individual. When individuals no longer strictly adhere to the system, it collapses. Consider this: if these traffic police officers were genuinely vigilant, they should have continued checking the author, but instead, they treated it very casually. This exemplifies the vulnerabilities that can emerge within a system. Although the CCP's stability maintenance system is robust, it fails to control every individual in its implementation. If even one individual within this system causes an incident, the entire system could crumble instantly. History provides numerous examples. Well, that's all for this edition of Dialogue China Current Affairs Commentary. If you have any thoughts, questions, or stories to share, please don't hesitate reaching out to us. On behalf of Dialogue China team, thanks for watching. See you next week.